Duke, let's talk about sex because it's something that you're not really talking about.
You want me to talk about sex?
Yes, many a time. You guys, like, the immediate reason you guys give is because the chick is enlarged, or there is no this, there is no the other.
So, sex is a very, very important aspect of any relationship that you should go in or that you're in, whether marriage or relationship. Sex should be put on the table and discussed. I will take you back. When you fall in love with somebody's soul, you won't mind about their enlargement, you won't mind about their dirtiness in bed, but you'll work towards correcting that. It sounds funny, right? But let me tell you. No, listen. Let me explain that. So, women are a bit different from men. Men will be that for as long as they live. I mean, they won't change in terms of size. If they are small, they are small. If they are big, they are big. For women, it's a bit complicated. Once they give birth, they somehow loosen up and they become, wide a little bit.
But there's
we are looking at situations. We are looking at situations when those options are not there. Like, given all reasons, they are not there. There are women actually who don't know. So, one of the things I usually tell people that men cheat because they want to have sex. You understand? But how do you then make your love life, sex life, interesting that a man does not go out? A lot of times we are comfortable, we get so comfortable, so used to people that we stop doing the things we used to do back then.
Same applies to the men.
Yes. You're having sex on the bed every single day. You're having sex on the bed every single day for 20 years.
On the same bed.
On the same bed. It is boring. Let me tell you, it is boring. As much as you think men sometimes bore you in bed, women bore in bed. Some women are naturally quiet in bed. There needs to be some mourning. There needs to be sex should be enticing. And that's why I said before you even engage in sex, put it on the table and discuss. That you see me, Duke, once you hold me here, I feel good. Once you suck my breasts, I'll feel better.
Most relationships, we skip that.
Exactly.
We don't talk about it.
We think people know. We think people know.
But even men as well. Men have egos and they feel like, for me, that's it. I'm just going. First of all,
actually, men and women, women and men are different in terms of sex.
Yeah.
Men do it they do it because they've come, they've erected, but women, it takes emotion.
It's emotional.
Yeah.
They have to be deep, and then a man comes easier, and the woman takes some time. For a woman to reach the climax, it means that you've played around with foreplay before she can actually get there. But for a man, 2 minutes, I'm done and I'm gone. You understand?
Yeah,
a woman, it takes time. So how do you ensure that your man helps you reach climax? It is not the man's job, neither is it the woman, but it's a collective effort.
It's a collective
Talk
effort,
to them.
Yeah, but sometimes, Dennis, some men are so egoistic that they, men who feel like they know it all in terms of everything, from life to sex to money to everything. So you cannot tell them anything. And then some are just plain adamant, selfish people. And disrespectful. Because you find, from stories, you heard someone tell you, for them it's just like, it's like a job, like a woman's job of, I've come back home open, and then like there's nothing, I don't even want to touch it. Like that's disrespectful. It's like, what did I do to you? But then for you have to fulfill that part of yourself, and so and also sex is one of the reasons why women cheat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because
sex and money.
And by the time a woman cheats, it means they've thought about it a million times.
We pictured it in different ways. You have done this. You're like, if I get caught, if I don't get caught, if I do this, all these things, and it's like, okay, if I meet him, then I'll refuse. If I say, you picture all these things.
So that takes me back to the issue of what sort of, she talks about the foundation that both of you have built. Are you friends? Can you communicate? How do you communicate to your man so that he doesn't, because for us men we have ego.
Ego.
Yes,
Oh
we feel
my
like we are
gosh.
and that is true. You don't blame them because that's how they were created.
Yeah,
All
so
men.
okay, if you have that ego,
Mm.
make sure you keep certain things in check.
Did you know?
If you have that
Yes.
ego,
Mm.
make sure you have your woman in, like you
There are
not in
things-
check, but
yes.
you keeping on top of your game. Don't let it just don't be empty ego.
Did you
You
know?
have your ego, you go and work, you make money, you don't provide for your family.
Did you
What
know?
ego is that?
Did you know that that there are tribes in Uganda or even elsewhere that enjoy kachabari?
Okay.
I hope you know that. You understand, squatting and all that. And then there are tribes that actually don't know about it. So when you meet a man, you are from a tribe that does kachabari, and a man that doesn't understand that, there's gonna be collusion because you expect him to know, yet he doesn't.
Okay, so the thing is, we need to emphasize this whole talking in relationships
Yeah.
before we get serious.
That's why I said it
And
is
then
very
you know,
important
yeah, from
to address
sex
it.
to money to what do I expect from you? Because even as women, we can get into relationships and we have expectations.
Yes.
So-
For
true.
example, yeah, and this is me true for me.
In a relationship, let's not go into marriage because if a man doesn't care for a woman when they are married, then there's a problem with that man. But if he doesn't when you're in a relationship, then there are a couple of things that we need to
But-
address. One is I totally agree with men who don't help, but I disagree with them on certain incidents. For example, when you're in a relationship, what level of that relationship are you at? You understand? Because we just met 1 month and you expect me to take over your financial burdens? Most certainly I won't, because I'm not sure where this is going. 2, when you're in a relationship, a man's help is not a must. They should do it if they want to, and because they love you, so you would want to help somebody that you love. But
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a must. Why? It's because you're not sure. But look at a scenario where the relationship has gone to another level. You're almost
That's before marriage. But then there's people out there in the world who say marriage is not for me. Like that thing of
Yes,
they
yes,
say it's not for
true,
me, but
true.
they are in for committed relationships. So that's also different. But as a man, you have your expectations, for example. As a woman, I have my expectations, for example. So we sit and talk. How am I going to know if you feel okay? One of my expectations, and I'm not saying providing and whatever, but I know for sure a man's job is to provide.
Yes.
Simple. I can pitch in, and when I say pitch in, I don't mean I'm going to pay rent because we are still living together. No. If you can afford, why am I paying rent? Because anyway, it also stems down to how I've grown up, what I've grown up seeing. My dad takes care of everything: school fees, rent, food, everything, electricity, water, every damn thing. And then if I'm as a woman, I'll be like, okay, I'll pitch in Yaka. If the Yaka is off, I don't want to be.
Those are small,
Let me
small
call
things.
him. But then certainty, rent, I expect you. When we're starting off, I don't expect money from you
Now that is
necessarily, but I expect you to. How are you going to pull me in? Is it because soul? Is it because love? And for me, I'm speaking as Maya. I think about a lot. Okay, as women, we think about the future. So you're going to think and you're like, because also men act, men pretend. I don't expect us to go on a date and I pay. That's a red flag, and that's it. Like, or why you're trying to test me, or why you're trying to do. No, fam, that one is it. And then we get into, and for me as a woman, I don't like asking. So I'm also trying to work on that so that I can discuss my expectations, but I don't expect to be, oh, my car is dead and what, it's dead. And clearly I can afford to do it, by the way. It's not like if you don't do it, I'll die. Because I work hard for my money, I can do all these things for myself. But as a man, even I think in the Bible and in the Quran, our roles are usually,
Yes.
I'm not saying pay my rent 3 months down the road, but you should be able to pitch in, give me money, buy me things that I don't have. My camera's broken down, that's how I make my money. You can afford it, buy it, why not?
But I think
So
it also depends on how you guys started the relationship.
Exactly.
There are people who on the first date, they want to splash money. Yeah? Just like you, I am someone who doesn't like asking. Like, I expect you to think for me.
Because it makes the whole situation
and
uncomfortable.
Before we got married, it was one of those things that I was really fighting. Yeah? Because I don't know. Like, I wanted him to think for me. Like, my hair is old, so he gets money and he's like, you know, go to
Unfortunately, we don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yes.
Because it might be old and he looks at it like fresh.
But
Yeah, for him, he doesn't even know.
But it's you know, before getting married, you go through the premarital church counseling. Yes. So those are some of the things that they were teaching us. And
speak
yes,
about
but sorry, but just like I said, there are men who just want to show their money. So on the first date,
they'll splash around money.
if you come to me, take me to Serena, and then after you get me, I don't know how many dollars. Trust me, 2 weeks, I'll tell you, hey, my phone got stolen. And me telling you, it's not like I'm trying to create conversation. No, I'm actually telling you, I need a
new phone. Yes.
No, but then it also depends on women. Kubanga waliwo abakazi bambi abataswala, like you guys. And on being a woman, I'm all for women. Let me tell you, I'm not trying to throw shade, but sometimes you guys, we're feeling muko. Like you can't, I can't find you and I give you all my problems in the first 1 week. Who are you? Like, oh, we have no food, you know. I tell you, my child has no school fees. Is it your responsibility? You understand? It's like certain things, but also a man who throws money. First of all, that's very disrespectful. If you're a man out there and you ever do this, then stop it. But like, go on a date, we have lunch, we go home. That's what I mean. You pay for that date. But if you say you go to the club and you want to show, that's a red flag for me.
Yeah, true.
For me. Because first
Even
of all,
me, when we meet on the first day and you put your problems there, that's a red flag. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't even know you that much, and you want me
I
to.
might feed that now.
Anyway,
I get it, yeah.
let me. We had started this conversation from why men cheat women, but we've ended up talking a lot of things. But let me put it this way. Some of the things that women expect us men to do, we don't know. Like she said, you would expect a man to look at your hand and know that, okay, I think she now needs this. It's unfortunately, even me myself, I'll tell you that it's only until recent that I got, and but also we need to know that when you're gauging men in terms of finances, is it that they don't want to do it, or it is their financial inability that is making them not do it? Because there are two things involved. There's having money and actually not taking the responsibility, but there's also having the urge of wanting to take care of somebody but not having the reach. Like you don't have money yet, you're literally broke, but you're on mufuna.
Yeah, I get
naye talina sente saawa zino zisobola kukola ki, because Maya, there are women out there who are high maintenance, but I love you. So it's about you guys understanding
each other.
Yes,
yeah, and so there's that point,
but also men should understand that taking care of men shouldn't feel like it's a burden. You're helping them. When you love somebody,
and
let me tell you, women,
want to do something. Okay, it's also just like giving help to someone. You know, when you find a man who's dated a chick and bought her car or something, and they break up, that's God's plan first of all. And then they're like, oh, namkolera chino, I helped her family. Let me tell
you know?
That is bad manners, because they say when you give with this hand, this other hand shouldn't know. If you're giving someone, don't after come and say I helped them.
Did you know that some of us have been broken before? That like I got Maya, took care of her, did everything, and it broke. And my heart went down, and I'm like,
marriage, it was a relationship.
You get so I'm like, what? I've now gotten Fiona. If I do this and then she leaves me, you get my point.
So with that money thing, there's two men scenarios. There's one where I'm with you and you don't have much, but the little that you have, you can give me. So I am able to tell if this guy gets, he will give everything. And then there will be a man who has and doesn't want to give, but he wants to show people that he has, but he's not giving.
And that's a problem.
And then that will become a husband who works so hard and does not bring any.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
He'll go out, spend the money on his friends, but the wife and the kids, then that's, I'm sorry, but that's useless.
That's one of the reasons as to why men and women cheat. So we need to strike a balance to understand that, okay, it really takes God to reveal it to a man or woman that, hey, look, do this, do the other. Talking about money, did you know that there are women who are just takers?
Yeah.
They just take, and they don't give.
And they don't even multiply.
Yet in relationship, it's supposed to be mutual. I give, you give.
Yeah.
by the way, by this I don't mean necessarily that like I expect money.
Yes, because usually with women and men,
I don't expect you to give me money.
How you build a home. My give is to how you build a house. My give is to make this house
a home. Exactly. But there are women who just sit there, so you do literally everything for them. For me, it's a turn off, like a turn off. I may be loving you, but it's a turn off. Another thing is, imagine a woman whom you just gave 200,000 shillings, maybe for hair, coming back the following day with a pair of pajama. It's like, honey, I was passing to town and I bought you this. Me personally, I'll be triggered. Say, what about food? I'll be like,
no, but you know, I understand what you're getting to because I always tell women these things. You guys, it's just that these men, they're so easy. It's just like baby.
Even socks, like a pair of socks.
It's the little things. Wow. Like this man is going to give you all this money, but just go and go like, oh, Han, I just bought you this small thing. Trust me, next time he gave you 1 million, he'll triple it.
Thank you.
That's how it works.
Without even you asking or even trying so hard. Women get it from me.
Play on there. He gives you. Give him some, he'll come back.
And this should serve as a sign. A man who loves you will give you without thinking. Men love spending on things they love. Men love investing in things they have future in. If I don't have a future in you, mukwan, nebo for one. You understand? I don't know if I'm getting that
I get what you're saying, but then there are also these men who are going to come and spend money on this chick, but they have no. Okay,
those ones are married men. They just want to have fist on you. They are going, so they will entice you with money, chop
and
things,
just to silence you.
You understand? But talk of a man of my age and you. I'm not here to impress anybody really. If I go into a relationship, I want you. I'm not married into maybe I'm attached somewhere or so sigenda biko sugar daddy byakola. You understand? So they'll come buy you a car because they want to win your heart quickly.
I get it.
So a man that loves you and has a future in you, they'll be faithful, they'll invest in you, they'll help you grow. And not just invest in you, they'll help you grow. Me, I am a man who will tell you, Maya, I love you, but I can't give you money on a daily basis. Find a business, let's invest in, let it give you money on a daily. Let me just chip in where necessary. That has always been me. I love, and I've been disappointed before, but that has been me.
But that's your heart, that's your God. So you shouldn't really.
So, you just need to understand the kind of person you're dating. How, if they are open enough like me, I'll tell you the kind of money I make. I'll tell you, honey, these are my returns, this is how things are. So that in case
everyone needs a deal with that.
I swear upon the living God. I swear upon the living God. It's such that if this month I got 1 million, I'll tell you, honey, I got 1 million and we've paid house rent 400.
Shout outs to
this
Duke's
and this,
girlfriend.
this and this and this. So that when you are asking for money, you don't say,
you know it.
You know how the money comes.
Transparency. However, on us, the women's side, it's not that easy because even me as me.
No, I don't need you to tell me your money because your money is your money, really. And me as a man, I don't expect money from a woman. If you chip in, well and good. If you don't, it's okay because this is my responsibility. If I make you pregnant, I know that we are going to check in at Kampala International University and I'm paying. For my case, I would pay the whole year so that I don't need to, again, this month's money, I just do that. You come every day antenatal if I'm to, you understand. So it's about understanding each other.
And when men taking their responsibilities, I think it's something that has to be put out there because